Hey everyone, welcome back to Patriot Ridge Farm. It's Mike here, and this is the greenhouse. So this is the 22x48 high tunnel. These are the solid polycarbonate end walls right here. It's only 8 millimeters thick, so it's not real thick at all. But everything you need here, tools, plastic, everything, all the brackets and stuff. And these are the sliding indoors. So there's 4 of them. They're 4 foot wide each. So that gives me a 5 foot or an 8 foot opening on each end that they just slide right open. These are the vents, and that's just more hardware and stuff like that. So we went and picked it up yesterday, got home, got it unloaded. It was a full day. I mean, it was probably took us about 8 hours all the way around and everything. That includes stopping for fuel and getting something to eat and everything. But it's here, and hopefully tomorrow we're going to set the corner posts. Now, I just kind of did the redneck thing here, and we just kind of rough measured off the distance. There's a stick. So this is one corner. Just stuck a stick in the ground, and then the other 4 over there are the other 4 are all the way around here, and it just sticks in the ground is basically what it is. It just kind of gives us a little reference point to make sure that we fit on here and wasn't going over the slope too much or back too far. I started up the compost pile this morning, and it was steaming really good. So a lot of good heat getting generated in that, and I got a lot of good stuff to put on that here in the future, so we'll be good to go with that. All right, so we got some squash out, some pumpkins and stuff out of the patch here today, and we've been feeding the pigs and the chickens some Tramasino squash and stuff, so there's still plenty of it in there to get. Everybody we fed it to seems to enjoy it, everybody being all the animals and everything. So we're pretty sure Pep is pregnant. She's as big as a daggone house at this point. And I think her teats are a little bit, she's not producing milk sacs yet, but her teats are a little bit more pronounced than they typically are. And she is very, very broad across the back and very round now, aren't you? So you're gonna be a mommy pig for us this time, huh? Yeah. So she should farrow last October, 1st of November. So that ought to be a real interesting farrowing, because it's been getting pretty cool here at night, down to 40s and 50s and stuff. So kind of curious to see what kind of weather we're going to have. So that means I'm going to have to do a pig shelter that's kind of closed in. Hi, Boris. Say hi to everybody, huh? Big boy, huh? What are you doing? You seen all the excitement, huh? So we did get, well, we got 6 of the 8 piglets moved. We got their new paddock done, and 6 of them were cooperative semi. These 2 weren't, and you're not going to catch a piglet. Not in this run. You're not going to catch a piglet. So we just decided we were going to leave them, and I'll wait till feeding time and get them tomorrow. Yeah, I hate it when you drop your phone. Might have probably got caught saying a bad word on there. I guess I'll have to review it here later. Sorry about that. All right, so we got the new paddock done, I think Wednesday. Got the gate set and everything and finished up the wire. We were about 20 feet short on the wire when we worked on it Saturday or Sunday. And I had to order more wire because nobody around me sells that Gallagher wire. So we got 6 of the 8 moved on here. I moved one of the farrowing huts down here for them for shelter. This is all theirs. All that out through there. All along the edge of that field, clear down over the hill. All through here. And they're doing their thing. They're already rooting up, eating roots. So 6 of them are in here. We'll go get the other 2 moved tomorrow, let them calm down a little bit. But they've got plenty of room in here. Plenty of forage. Doing what the pigs are supposed to do. So I'll give you a little run of the fence line here. This is a walnut tree, so they'll have walnuts to munch on. Nice black walnuts. And like I said in the last video, all the wooden posts were set in concrete, so they'll be there for a long time. I'll just need to come back through later and cut them off to length, or to height rather. So they have access. There's a natural spring right under there, comes out of the bank, and they'll have plenty of access to it. I'm still going to get their water tank moved down there tomorrow and get it set up. I didn't want to take it away from the last 2 pigs when these guys do have a water source. So clear out here along the edge of the field. I cut some of this back with the tractor, was able to get that opened up a little bit so we weren't fighting vines and briars and everything. You can see how thick this is. These trees are just matted in vines and everything. So getting the pigs in here, letting them do what they're supposed to do, and then, you know, maybe later rotating lambs through here after a season, that's really going to make a difference in here. So you guys, this will kind of be a little bit of a reference video to show the impact that they do have, because these piglets, all 8 of them, once we get the other 2 on here, they'll have this entire paddock through the winter. Now I know some people say, oh, you got a rotational graze, you got to do this, you got to do that. Listen, this is about a 3-acre paddock right here, and it needs heavy impact. It really does. So I'm going to just let them do what they do and leave them in here through the winter, and they've got plenty of forage through the winter. These trees are just amassed in vines, and let them get in there and root these things up and do what they do. All right, so right here is where it goes down over the hill, and it goes way down over the hill there, kind of cuts back to the left, goes down again and borders the bottom meadow, and then goes all the way out across the bottom of this, and then out and ties into Coke's paddock. Now this is the meadow where I ran the meat chickens at, and you can still see the tractors are here. I'm going to put them out on pasture next weekend, and I'm going to put them on a different part of the farm that's never had the livestock or the chickens on it. So I got to move all these tractors. They're going to have to go on the back of my truck and get them moved down to where they need to go. Actually, probably put them on one of my trailers and take them down there and get them set up. And I'll put about 300 feet of electrical netting around them with the solar charger, and then I can set the tank down there for them for the water and everything. So future plans for this, of course, if I can get the deer out of here. They don't like it when I come out here in their meadow. If I can get this fenced off in the future, we own clear over, you see where the wood line is, we own clear down over the hill there, is get all this fenced in eventually, and I'd really love to rotate the pigs through this meadow. So I could set up rotational grazing in here for them in the future. Now, of course, not these 8 piglets here. We'll probably process them in February, early March. But this meadow really needs, even though it's done real good with the chickens on it and everything, I think running pigs on this would be a real good thing in the future. And like I said, I get these trees out of here, this clump, those are those honey locusts, and I can get the pigs in here and do rotational grazing all the way around it and in the edges in the woods and stuff. And that way they can do what they need to do, and we can get better results out of all this. So it's a definitely big enough field. I could probably rotate pigs through this for an entire season and have plenty left over. There's more woods over here that border this meadow that it's really thick, and I try to keep up with the brush hog. At least once a year I get down in there and kind of get it cut back, and once I can get that cut again, and in the future when we get, you know, more into fencing and stuff, we can really get that fenced in and let the pigs do their thing. There's several apple trees in this little edge right here that I can kind of save that for this time of year and rotate the pigs into it. That way they can forage on the apples and stuff, because there's several of them in there. But they need to get in here and get this place cleaned up. So this was originally the old fence line from the original property that we bought, and in 2019 we bought the other side of all this. So it's a little over 57 acres, and this is all wooded here, and it goes down into big open meadows and stuff, and runs way back out towards the back part of the property there with big meadows, and there's a couple freshwater ponds and stuff on there. So in the future, this will be a great place for pigs and pretty much all livestock. We'll let cattle in here, we'll let lambs in here if we ever get to that point. But there's plenty of forage here. There's a lot of these trees on the old fence line that need to come out of here. So this is good, going to be good future firewood, good mulch and everything like that I can chip up and get this opened up more and clear this out a little bit. And that way when we do fencing and stuff like that, Like I said, this is the old fence line right here, and now we own all that way down over the hill, clear into there. So we're good to go with rotational grazing and stuff in the future. All right, so I'll keep you guys updated on the greenhouse as we make progress on it. Like I said, hopefully tomorrow we can get the 4 corners set and cemented in. And once they're concreted in place, we'll give them 24 hours to dry up. We'll get our corners and everything set, our what they call batter boards, I think, and everything, just to set it up. My buddy's a contractor. He's got a laser transit, so we're going to do it. We're going to do it right. And that way, when it's done, it's done. And, you know, we're not going to have to come back and try to make repairs or jerry rig anything that we kind of skimped on. So we're going to do it right this time. And hopefully, I don't know how long it's going to take us to do it, but I want to get it done, of course, as soon as I can without getting too much of a lag going. Looks like we're going to have pretty good weather for doing it. So like I said, I'll keep you guys updated on videos in the future, and we'll go from there. So in the meantime, stay prepared, stay free. God bless y'all.